Well, good morning, YouTube. This is by way of a test ride. Testing everything. New helmet, new boots, new camera, new mic. Well, first things first, I'm gonna pop down to Morrison's and get some cheap petrol. Then I'm heading to B&Q to get some varnish and some brushes. Because of course, throughout lockdown, jobs around the house still carry on. I'm going to be sanding the doors down, all the internal doors, and revarnishing them. It's been a while since they were last done. My God, it feels good to be out on the bike again. Well, it doesn't look like I'm going to get to Morrison's anyway easily. Road's closed, road works and all that. So I think I'll just call in at the next petrol station, which is just along here. Won't be as cheap. Shut your door, you twit. One thing I've noticed with the new helmet, well, it's not that new, but anyway, is that I'm not getting as much noise through it as I did with the other one, which obviously the padding was really worn, and I'm not needing my earplugs on this one, so that's made a bit of a difference. And of course these merino wool lined gloves, fantastic, keeping the chill off completely. Well, we're almost at B&Q's. Just over there. Well, now this is interesting. I've done the bit of shopping that I need to do, and the old girl won't start. The neutral light's on, the oil light's on, okay, but the fuel injection isn't, so it's not going through its proper startup sequence for some reason. Nope, and it's as dead as a doornail. I think the old girl's starting to show her age. I'll have to get her sorted out, get her to a garage. Right, I'm going to call the AA, see if they can come and get it started, and if not, then I'll ring Dirons and ask them to come over and get it. Talk to you later.
got these gloves on. Do you want to put that pannier back on there?
I'll put that side back on.
Oh, hang on, let me sort your battery tray out while I've got
Oh, yeah, there's that back on, isn't it?
The woman thing that way.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I don't know where that went there.
Oh, it actually hooks onto the plastic box itself.
What, underneath it?
Yeah. I mean, just leave it off for now, it's right with it.
What?
Yeah, I'll just put it in my pocket for now and sort it out later.
And then I say I did 5 years on a year. You know, like all weathers.
So after much palaver and my having suggested that it was the side stand switch, he agreed that it was the side stand switch. So that's the end of this first day out on the bike. Pretty eventful, I think you'd say. That'll teach me to go and get some varnish for the kitchen doors. It's all the wife's fault. And just as a little footnote, that guy from the AA has actually followed me home to make sure everything's okay. So, big thank you to the AA.
Morning YouTube. Well, as you saw from yesterday's messing around, I had one or two issues. The bike conked out on me when I got to B&Q. It just didn't want to start again, and I ended up, as you could see, having to get the AA out, and we managed to get it going again, and I got it home. Of course, when I got home, when I shut it down, it wouldn't start again. So it was suggested that the connections on the kickstand switch needed cleaning or possibly replacing. So I whipped that off, and you can see from the photograph where it is. It was just a simple bolt across the middle. Pulled that out, gave it a good cleaning, put it back together again. Didn't make any difference at all. So by a process of elimination, I thought perhaps it might have been the switch on the clutch lever, which you have to pull in order to start the bike. That was fine. The only other thing I could think of was the kill switch. Now, what I hadn't noticed was when I went to switch it off, I would occasionally use the kill switch, actually more than occasionally, and I found that it just needed the slightest touch and it would knock the thing out. So I assumed that that was going to be the problem. So I tested it by trying it half a dozen times, and every time just the slightest of touch was enough to stop the engine. And I found that by pressing the start area on the kill switch, really pressing it firmly, it would fire it up so that the fuel injection started pumping. So I figured that that had to be the problem. My plan this morning was to take the whole assembly off and clean it all out and see if that would solve the problem. However, this morning, last night rather, what I did is I cleaned it all up around here. There was a lot of polish and what have you around the edges, and I gave it a very slight squirt of WD-40 just along the edge, wiped it all off so that there wasn't too much going in there, and left it overnight. This morning it has a solid click to it, and if I switch the engine on, I don't know if you could hear that, but that was the fuel injection buzz to indicate that that was working. And if I switch it off with the kill switch, which you shouldn't really use too often, when I switch it back on again, you'll hear the buzz. I'll just do that one more time and I'll put the microphone a bit closer. And you can hear clearly the fuel injection starts to work. So hopefully I've cured the problem without having to do anything to the bike other than give it a tiny little squirt of WD-40. Now what I would recommend is that when you're riding around on your bike, when you come to switch it off, put it in neutral, switch it off by the key. Only use this for emergencies. Now another thing I got for myself recently is a bike dryer. I've heard a lot about them, and people are saying that they're really good for getting into all the little tight spots to blow the water away from the engine and what have you. And as you can probably see from the photographs, there are lots of little nooks and crannies in there. So I thought I'd invest the money and get one of these, and I got it from Amazon. So let's unbox it and see what we get. I ordered the black one. Let's hope it is black. The other option was pink. What do you think of the boarding so far? Oh good, it's black. So straight away in the box you get there's a lot of very squeaky polystyrene to start with. So you get a booklet with all the instructions on it, various tools actually in the polystyrene, all squeaky, and this is the thing itself. Let's have a look at what you got. It's called a pet dryer, would you believe? So you've got a fair length of cable, high, off and low, and that's the air speed, and this is wind capacity control, and a big red light to show it's working. So we'll turn that down. Let's plug it in and see how loud it is. So it's in the off position. Let's put it on the low first. Not too bad. high. Quite warm. So with the hose attached, it gives you plenty of room to get round the bike to dry it all off. Put on one of the various fittings on the end of the hose here. That'll just keep it all directional so that you can get into it all. And I think it's going to be quite a good job. So that's it, YouTube. The bike seems to be working properly now, fingers crossed. And the bike dryer should do a pretty good job of keeping everything nice and clean once I get around to washing it again. A couple of other things I want to show you. The Honda cover that I've been painting is finished, or as finished as I want it to be, and that's it there, which I don't think it looks too bad. Nice and shiny black with the chrome piece in the middle there. What I'm going to do is hang this up on the wall somewhere as a little ornament. The pegboard that I've ordered from IKEA will be arriving soon, and I can get that up on the board too. And I'm going to put another board on that wall in order to allow me to stick all my notices up and my clock and whatever else that I want to put up there. So slowly but surely the garage is taking shape. The bike's working properly again, I hope, and everything is good. So till next time, I'll sign off in the usual way by saying look after yourselves, look after the people around you, don't forget the 2-metre rule, and of course always wear your mask. And we are getting close to the end of lockdown, so let's keep to the rules as much as we can, and fingers crossed we can get out there fairly soon. Till next time, bye for now.